Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and happy World Autism Awareness Day. In honor of today, I'm going to be doing an autism tag, so let's get started. Got on my shirt, autism is my superpower. So yeah, the tag I'm going to be doing is from Crafting Through Mental Health channel on YouTube, so that is where I got these questions. I have them here on my iPod, so let's start with the first one, which is, when did you discover that you are autistic? So I suspected things from about 16 and upwards, but I never got diagnosed because I had so many mental illnesses that everybody kind of focused on that the autism traits were just pushed off as mental illness traits and everything like that, which was frustrating because reading through my hospital charts, there was one mention that I should be tested for autism when I was 17 years old, but nobody paid attention to it, nobody looked at it. It's just a note in there that's frustrating that it was overlooked for 3 years because I wasn't diagnosed with autism until I was 20 years old. Which, looking back at it, there was a lot of red flags, but to my family and everyone around me, they didn't see them. Which, in today's day and age, I think they would have been picked up on, but back in 2003, 4, 5, they weren't. So I discovered I was autistic in August 2019 when I was diagnosed. Question number 2 is, what are your special interests? I love the Greyhound bus, and even just thinking about it and saying it, my hands get all excited. I love the Greyhound bus. It is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Most people hate the bus. I love the bus. Oh my gosh, I can't even like verbalize how much I love it. Another one of my special interests is TV shows. Right now, Grey's Anatomy is a big one. I have my own Grey's Anatomy scrubs and scrub cap, and I just love that show so much. Only on season 7, no spoilers, but Grey's Anatomy and lots of other TV shows. I love TV. It's something that I've always loved. I memorize episodes upon episodes upon shows upon shows. And it's just something that really comforts me and something I really love. I love going to live TV show tapings and just reading TV show scripts and everything like that. So the Greyhound bus and TV shows are 2 of my special interests. Next question is, what kind of sensory input do you find unpleasant? Whew. I don't like jeans or pants. Jeans or pants, both, like touch. Like, I don't know if the question's supposed to be vague or like specific. Vaguely, like, I don't like touch. Like sound and stuff bothers me too, but touch. I don't like certain textures. I do not like jeans. I do not like pants. If someone sitting next to me is wearing jeans, I don't like it. The word jeans, like, I don't like it. All of my pants are pajama pants. I have to buy men's black pajama pants in order to wear pants in the wintertime. I hate jeans and pants. It's so gross. I also don't like wet. I hate wet. I have problems taking a shower because after the shower you're wet and it's just nasty. And same with when I go swimming. I don't like standing on the pool deck dripping wet. It bothers me. Whenever I go with camp, after we get out of the pool deck, I'm known to say I'm gonna take my pants off because I don't like standing there in dripping wet clothes. It just makes me want to rip my pants off, and it's just a situation. The next question is, which do you enjoy? So which sensory input do you enjoy? I like soft things. I don't like fleece. That was another one. But I have like a lamb that I like to rub up against my face, and I like athletic material and nylon, so that's what most of my pants are, because I only wear athletic shorts, and I'm okay with like dress pants if I have to wear them for like 5 minutes. But athletic material I really like, and then like stuffed animals, that kind of soft texture I really like as well. I don't like sticky. I don't like a lot of things. I don't like sticky either. Sticky, wet, ugh, or 2 other ones I don't like, but things I find pleasant, like I don't really like sensory, so, but stuffed animals I guess would be one I find pleasant. And Minky, that Minky blanket fabric. My weighted blanket has that, and so does a blanket a friend made me, and I really do enjoy that fabric. What are your thoughts on self-diagnosis? I think it's a helpful tool in order to figure out and navigate getting a professional diagnosis. I'm not like against it, like I don't think it's harmful because you can use it as a tool to get on the right track to getting diagnosed professionally, and I think that's really, really good and really, really helpful. So I'm not like gonna narc on it and say it's a really bad thing. It's a helpful thing because you know yourself better than anybody else. Like with my diagnosis, people often tell me it's not correct, but I know myself better than everybody else, and I feel I fit that diagnosis better than a lot of ones that doctors have given me. So you know yourself. So if you think you have autism, then that's what you think, and you can use that to get a professional diagnosis. Next question is, what is one thing you wished everyone knew about autism? I wish that everyone knew it's a spectrum. It's called autism spectrum disorder, yet people don't think it's a spectrum. So people think it's like one thing or the other. It's not. It's a spectrum. I myself am not always in the same spot on the spectrum. Sometimes I'm very, very high functioning and I can do everything by myself. But then there's sometimes when I can't do anything by myself and I need help doing it all. And it's frustrating, but it's a spectrum. Even within individuals, it's a spectrum of how they're doing in their behavior. So I just wish people understood that it was a spectrum and not just a set thing. Like how most people, when they think autism, they think of that little nonverbal boy who likes trains. We don't all like trains. People think I like trains because they're like, oh, you like the bus, so you like trains? Did I say I like trains? It's a spectrum, guys. We don't all like trains. Describe a place or room that would be sensory hell to you. So I thought about this question for a while, and I came up with the pool deck. So I go to summer camp, and on our site we have a pool, and not every camp has a pool. So a lot of camps come to our site to use our pool, and it's an indoor pool. So there's my camp and 2 other camps, and then we usually have another camp visiting. So there's 4 camps. So there's about 100 kids in the pool. It's indoor, it's echoey, it's loud, I am wet. It's loud, I'm wet. It's just, oh my gosh, it's bad. I've had panic attacks on the pool deck because I'm also uncomfortable with my own skin, so I'm having body dysphoria. I am wet, so I'm having sensory issues. It's loud. It's just overwhelming. I hate it, but I put up with it every summer. Good thing it's only 2 times a week. Next question is, do you have other mental illnesses? Are they linked? Yes, I have been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, eating disorder not otherwise specified, and generalized anxiety disorder. I also have traits of obsessive compulsive disorder, but that could just be autism as well. It might not be OCD. I haven't been diagnosed with OCD. I just have a lot of traits and things of it because I don't really talk about those traits. They go undiagnosed. I think BPD and autism are very, very similar in how they present, which is why I feel misdiagnosed. For BPD, you need 5 out of the 9 symptoms. I have 2 from what I can peg from myself, which doesn't meet the criteria to be diagnosed. I feel it was a miss because I feel like I've displayed the behaviors in hospital maybe 1 or 2 times and they're like, got ya, but it doesn't make sense because I don't display those behaviors on the regular. So it was a miss. And once again, I know myself better, and I also have known myself my whole life. A lot of the doctors who have diagnosed me have known me for like a couple months, and they haven't known me when I was little. They don't know my behaviors when I'm at home or by myself. They know my behaviors when I'm sitting right in front of them and being an asshole because I am I'm very mean to people of authority because I'm scared and anxious. So I get pegged with things that aren't correct, and that's not fair to me or whatever. So I do have other mental illnesses that are present. I think anxiety links with autism sometimes as well, same with eating disorders, but mine isn't ARFID, it's EDNOS, so it's a bit different. I am extremely picky too, but once again, I think it's just the autism, not necessarily another eating disorder. Next question is, what are some of the autism-related problems you often have in your everyday life? I feel like the big one for most people with autism is communication. I don't really have any in real life friends. I have Instagram friends and stuff because it's easier for me to text than it is for me to speak. I don't always understand things, or I understand things a bit too late. Like when I'm with my sister, we're watching a movie and I'm like, oh, I get it! And then she's like, oh my god. And things like, don't always understand jokes, or sometimes I think I'm being funny when I'm actually being inappropriate, and people see that as rude and just disgusting, but I don't know. I need you to tell me. And that puts a damper on friendships because no one wants to be friends with the inappropriate weirdo, which I don't think I'm not, but people get that vibe from me because I don't know how to act sometimes. So communication's a hard one. And I also go nonverbal sometimes, which is difficult as well because it's hard to communicate and make friends when you're not talking. So those are some struggles I struggle with. Also, I don't wear pants really, so wearing shorts in Ontario in the wintertime is a bit hard because it's very, very cold. But I wear pants rarely, so when people stare at you because you're wearing shorts, they think you're a crazy weirdo, and that's hard, getting looks and stares, and it's just, I can't help it. I can't wear pants all the time unless, you know, it's just hard. Next question is, what do you like about being autistic? I like my memory. I also hate my memory. I can remember lots of things to the exact detail. February 27th, I had a phone call with my nurse, and I had actually met my outpatient nurse on February 27th back in 2018 when I was inpatient. And I had drawn her a picture that she keeps on her lanyard and still wears every single day. And when I called her this year on that day, I'm like, this is the day I met you. That's the date on your picture. And then she's like, wait a minute. And she quick looked and she's like, oh my god, it is. How do you remember that? And I'm like, I remember that. I remember that day to a T. She tried to give me a Flintstone vitamin, and I was like, no. She's like, it's only 5 calories. I'm like, 5 calories? So my memory is very, very spot on. It's also a curse because I've been having a lot of triggers and trauma flashbacks to things I'd rather forget, and I can't because they're burned into my brain for the rest of my life. Next question is, what do you dislike about having autism? I dislike my communication difficulties. I dislike how it's hard to make friends. I dislike how lots of people with autism are overlooked as potential friends or partners because of a disability, and that's not fair. I dislike how people think less of me because of a disability. That's what I dislike. This question is, if there was a cure, would you take it? I thought about this one for a while, and I'm not sure. I feel like I take a cure for mental illness in a heartbeat. I feel like that's where I really, really struggle. I feel like my autism isn't really as big of a struggle as my mental illness is. So I don't think I take a cure for autism, just because when I look back at it, my autism makes me a really fun person. I'm really funny, and I'm really, like, it just makes me who I am. It's my superpower. So I don't think I take a cure for autism, but mental illness in a heartbeat, I take a pill, so I don't have to deal with all of that crap anymore. And last question is, what topics are you likely to info dump on? Prison and court. I will talk forever about prison and court. Such weird topics, but that's what I'll do. There's a shopping plaza right in front of our detention center where I live, and I always love going to the shopping plaza because I feel like so close to I love prison and I love court. I had to go to court a lot last year, and just being in the building was just like, I'm happy now. Like, it's just, oh my gosh. And I constantly talk about prison to my mom, and then she's like, can you not? Like, I don't want to hear this. And I'm like, but I want to tell you. And I have prison pen pals, and it's just, I love prison so much. I want to go, but I don't want to get arrested. I just want to visit. So yeah, guys, that is the autism tag by crafting through mental illness or mental health, which I forget which one it was. Well, I said it in the beginning of the video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and happy Autism Awareness Day. You guys are all amazing. Autism it's a different ability. We're different, but that doesn't make us less. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.